Hello, I'm Wayne from TorqueCars. We're going to have a chat about tyres. Think about the tyre as the only point of contact between your car and the road surface. So the only way of transmitting the power is through the tyres. So never overlook the importance of your tyres. So in this video we're going to look at how to choose an appropriate tyre, and we're going to be specifically looking at rim sizes and debunking the myth that low profile tyres will always give you better grip. Now, changing the size of the wheel will affect the gearing. If your wheel is smaller, it will reduce your top speed, but it will increase your acceleration. And if your wheel is larger, the opposite will happen. So to get round that effect, most people go for a larger alloy wheel with a lower profile tyre. And again, the perception is that those low profile tyres give you much better grip and traction. The other problem you've got is curbs. If you've only got a small amount of rubber, most of your alloy wheel is going to be in line with all of the curbs, and you're going to get a lot of scratches. It's one of my big pet hates, having cars with dents on the alloy wheels. They just look terrible over time. So think about that. Now, I've had an A3 and I've had 19-inch wheels on it, and I didn't like that at all. It adversely affected the handling. A lot of them come with 18-inch wheels, which is certainly better than the larger wheels. But again, having had one now with 17-inch wheels, I much prefer the handling. It feels much better, it's more comfortable to drive. I don't feel every single ripple in the road surface anymore. So there's a lot to be said for thinking about the car as a package, not just setting it up for a track where you're expecting completely flat surfaces, but thinking about our roads, the potholes, the undulations, the adverse cambers. The tyre has to cope with all of those things. So bear that in mind when you're specifying alloy wheels for your car. And try and look at the weight as well. The weight is probably one of the single biggest things when you're adding a wheel to a car, and you can get lighter weight alloy wheels. There's also a perception that wider wheels always give you better grip. But actually, if you were under a tyre and it was on a piece of glass, you could see the contact patch, which is very tiny in relation to the overall wheel size. So on a narrow wheel, you've got a fairly square contact patch, and on a wider wheel that tends to be slightly shorter and slightly wider. So you're not actually gaining very much contact patch. And also a wider wheel will trap more water, more snow, and it'll be more prone to aquaplaning than a thinner wheel, which surprises a lot of people. But it's one of those things where if you look at something on paper, it seems to make sense, but then when you put it on your car and take it out into the real world, you hit on all these problems and issues that just didn't come up in theory. And sadly, a lot of people have wasted a lot of money buying a wheel that's inappropriate for their car. So we really hope that this video has been useful to you. It's given you a little insight into the world of tyres, and when you go and buy your next set of tyres, you're going to be informed and able to make an informed decision. So please stay tuned if you want to keep tuning your car and keeping it working at its optimum efficiency. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. We've got lots of other interesting videos planned and coming up that you'll certainly find beneficial and helpful. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.